Yes. Hmm?
तैयारी जाते हैं.
नहीं थोड़ा सुबह को
डबल टैप करके लाइव स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर दो गाइस. ब्लूटूथ लगाया क्या?
अरे वाह,
नहीं अभी 40 पे हुई।
सुनते ना हो, आराम से होते
चल ठीक।
बच्चा
अब वही न बचा 8 मिनट।
और ठंडा गर्मा ना
गलती कर दी तो नहा के क्या
और वजू करे तो कोई इतना ठंडा ना होता, आज ज़्यादा ठंडा हुआ, देरी के लिए होता। बाकी
लगा कनवा में क्या करे।
लगे कैसे कितना मैम
जब गर्म होता है हम सभी राहत तस्कीन में डल जाते हैं। कर्म होता है हालात बदल जाए, जब कर्म होता है। जो तेरे कदमों में गिरते हैं संभल जाए। अरे यार मेरा जूतवा के अंदर में पैर ठंडा ना है। जूतवा के अंदर में मेरा पैर ठंडा ना है। ठंडी है तो ये सलीम भाई सुनना थे बोल तो थोड़ा डिस्कनेक्ट करेगा तो कनवा दर्द कर मेरा सीधा जान गए
हाँ
मेरा सीधा दर्द करे थे
notice board,
मैं डिस्कनेक्ट
site
कर दिया
related, right? The policy is very much important. So notice
अरे पता
board,
नहीं
how
सीधा
it
दर्द
can be
करे लगा था
effective.
यार
For example,
बोल
notice
रहे
board
हैं
the height है ना,
बंद कर देगा
if it is placed like
हाँ
this, okay, will that be correct? If the notice board placed at this height, or notice board placed at this height, will that be correct? No, right? What happens
देख
is the
लगा
person
दे
he need to lift
सुन
his
इसे
head towards this one,
इसे
or
बिना देखे
bottom
तेरा
he
समझ
need
में
to
क्या
lift
आएगी
his bend his neck towards the information. So notice board on the head height. Notice board should be placed on the head height. Notice board in front of the office, in front of the entrance, in the rest areas. You provide the notice board because all the information everybody can see here. So notice board should be utilized as a main display of all the health and safety information, and the notice board need to be updated. If it is updated, if it is legible, if it is clean and neat, then only people will look at that, right? So it has to be more effective and like interactive information you have to keep in the notice board to make people to engage and focus on the notice board content. And it has to be relevant to your organization and it should be properly visually displayed on the notice board where people can easily understand it. And coming to health and safety media, health and safety media like we use videos, graphics, podcasts, e-learning modules we use over there, and that has to be have a relevant multimedia format, and information should be easily, clearly delivered. It should be accessibility that all the people can access over there. And those medias, they need to engage the employees who are involved in that location. When they watch, they get connected. And it has to be assessed, how effectively the information was reached. And you may use different types of the formats to make people to understand because every location, the same format people may not understand, right? So based on your geographical location area, you try to do it. Now I have a question. Which communication is better? Informing or consulting? Which communication is better? Informing communication or consulting, consultation communication? Which one, is better? Huh?
Consulting, consulting,
Yeah,
consulting.
consulting is better, right? Because if you say my way, highway means nobody will listen to you. बोलेंगे यार तुम्हारी बात क्या है? So informing is like dictatorship. Okay, but in some cases you use the informing. Informing is the communication. It's a one-way communication. Consulting is two-way communication. ठीक है? आप बताओगे और feedback भी लोगे. But informing, no feedback. You have to follow. But informing can be used in the workplace. Informing communication. Informing communication can be used in the workplace.
Yes, sir.
Informing communication.
Yes.
No, English can be used, right? In the event of emergency, fire, yeah. So क्या पूछेंगे आप? Will you ask him that, अरे भाई साहब, is it comfortable for you to access this area? You can't ask now. You have to tell them. You have to go in this direction. Any legal amendments will happen. The law information you are sharing. You're not asking the people that are you comfortable with the law? They have to follow the law. So in some cases, you use the informing method, which is a directive method. But participative method is a consulting, where you ask other people's opinion as well, that how they feel about the health and safety topic. So the consultation is a topic, it has to take place on the health and safety matters when the new technology was added, when you appoint the new people, the consultation program has to be done. When you're developing a safe system of work, the safe procedures, you have to focus on the consultation, right? When developing a training programs or safe procedures, you need to have a name, consulting procedures. So guys, health and safety committee meeting will be done at the organization, correct? इसका जो share क्या है? How much percent of share the worker participation required? How much percent of a share management participation required? दोनों का equal share, right? there should be a 50% of a worker participation required in the health and safety committee meeting. So committee meeting will be done daily or monthly or weekly. Committee meetings are done daily.
Occasionally.
Now, some companies they have a weekly. In some companies they may have a monthly, and monthly, quarterly, half-yearly they have. So why the committee meeting will be done? The committee meeting was formed because they want to discuss about the site condition. Sorry. Site condition. We want to discuss that what went wrong in the site, what controls they can take. Everybody will share their opinion. In the committee meeting, so decision making, will be given to the leadership, and they involve all the workers whenever they are trying to, update anything. So any policy updation was happen, we do it, and you need to have a worker representative in the committee meeting. Why the worker representative is required? The worker representative, he can talk behalf of the worker. वर्कर के बारे में वो बात कर सकता है ना. So we need to have a representative worker committee meeting, and committee meeting is required to develop the safe work practices as well. And you need to have a minutes of meeting in the committee meeting, and you have to discuss about the trainings, inspections, all the topics in the committee meeting. You decide that whether trainings or risk assessments or inspections, audits are required. In the committee meeting, we also discuss about the inspections, audit, and any accident happen, right? We will discuss about that, what we can do for that accident, what controls we can take for an accident. And we need to have a proper procedure to conduct the committee meeting, and we have to promote the people to involve, motivate them to involve in the health and safety committee meeting. So now let's talk about a little more about the committee meeting. Now in an organization, so what is the committee meeting? Committee meeting is nothing but discussing the current statistics of the work location. Work location may, if any accident happen, to discuss about the accident incident. In the work location, inspection reports, risk assessment points, audit reports, any legal amendments happen, to discuss among the team and to bring the solution. Controls for that, the committee meeting will be conducted. Weekly conducted or monthly, it's been conducted. Now in the committee meeting, how it can be effective? How a committee meeting can be effective? How a committee meeting will be effective? How can you make a committee meeting effective?
We can show them the workers who is working in the organization in the PPT, and we can display the board, sir, so that every team will be keeping in mind this call.
In the committee meeting, you don't involve all the workers, na? Only worker representative will be coming. वो बंदा एक आएगा. The general manager, engineer, supervisors, right? Top management will be there in the committee meeting.
Special person, sir, special management.
Yeah, means how that special person is, how it can be effective. For example, a committee meeting yearly once it happens, will that be effective? साल में एक बार होगा तो effective रहेगा. If it is conducted yearly once, no, right? So to have an effective, the committee meeting should be regular.
Yes,
Okay, if you're conducting regular, then the committee meeting will be effective. The committee meeting can be effective if you don't have an equal participation. मतलब एक ही तरफ बात करेंगे तो नहीं होगा ना. So there should be an equal participation. Committee meeting can be effective if you don't share them agenda.
Can you speak
Agenda.
English, sir, so that it will be understanding for
What is it?
Can you go ahead with the English, sir, so that I am a
No,
language?
no, whatever I said, no, I understand that what I said English now, generally I said it, repeated the same word in Hindi, okay, nothing differently I said, I will maintain English only, okay, I understand that. Just only, to see how the people respond, I try to use the two, different languages. But generally, I will be, maximum I will go in English only, okay, nothing like different language. So agenda, if you have an agenda, then committee meeting will be effective, because when the people comes to the workplace, if you don't share the agenda, then what happens is the discussion will be very normal. If you share the agenda, they will know what should be discussed. So sharing the agenda, the committee meeting should be regular. Committee meeting should have a equal participation. The committee meeting information should be recorded. If you don't record the information in the committee meeting, then how can you share the information with the workers? Right? To share the information with the workers, minutes of meeting, one person will be recording the committee meeting's information. Correct. And the committee meeting should have a top management involvement. Why top management involvement is required? Top management will help to ensure unbiased. Right. So if the top management not involved, the committee meeting go for bias as well. So we need to make an effective committee meeting by having an equal participation, top management involvement, worker representative involvement, and sharing the agenda before the meeting. Meeting points need to be recorded. While during the meeting, one coordinator need to record the information what is being discussed. And the discussed point should be shared with everybody, every, a worker. In a minutes of it, like you said, this notice board, right? In notice board, you can display that, other meeting points. So the people who can be involved in the committee meetings are chairman, okay, top management person, manager, admin, workers review, supervisors, engineers. Depends upon the company, you will be having those, team members as well. But safety department, production department, workers, from admin department, top management, these category people are required in the committee meeting. Okay. So now coming to training. So guys, what is the difference between toolbox talk and training? Toolbox talk is there
for a specific task, and training is for all organizations, sir, or organization.
It's there on a specific topic. Now, toolbox talk, it will tell you the safe procedure. Like you said, safe procedure for the task. How the work has to done the safe manner. Now what happens if I do the excavation work or scaffolding work? The scaffolding supervisor, he need to bring all the workers together with safety guy will be monitoring. So all the workers will come together and the supervisor will tell, see, we are doing, scaffolding erection here, ground condition is inclined, you have to be very careful, you have to use these scaffolding pipes and all, do in a safe manner, use the full body harness, he will tell them. Additional safety point, safety guy will tell them. That is, like you said, task, activity. Training is like you want to, improve the competency knowledge of that particular topic. Now, for example, let's say first aid training. Okay, first aid training, first aid is a topic, right? What is a first aid? Saving people's life. Now, you want to rescue somebody's life, you want to give the immediate treatment, it's a first aid. Now, for example, if you don't give the first aid training, now if you ask a person, what will he do if somebody gets heart attack? क्या करना चाहिए? What should be done? What should be done if somebody gets a heart attack?
CPR. First need to give CPR.
CPR, sure? Paka?
Yeah.
This time use the lifeline, na? Why CPR?
He maybe get tensed and he got collapsed, so we have to give at the moment.
So that means heart attack is different, cardiac arrest is different. Now, heart attack, what is heart attack? There is a blood clot in the heart and there will be massive pain the person will get.
Yeah.
Now, after getting heart attack, he may be in the responsive state or non-responsive state. So if you know the medical condition of the workers, you might give the aspirin tablet to him if no operations are done. So you will treat him, you will make him sit and take him to hospital, you do that one. Non-responsive, like I said, now the person is not speaking. No, he is collapsed. Collapse means what happens when the person is collapsed, you need to see whether his heart is beating or not. If the heart is not beating, yes,
We need to check the pulse also.
what is it?
Pulse. Whether he is
Pulse.
unconscious,
Yes, yes,
check the pulse.
yes. You have to check his pulse. Yeah, I'm coming to the point. Okay, heart attack will bring the cardiac arrest, right? Or shock can also bring the cardiac arrest. Loss of blood can also bring the cardiac arrest. If somebody gets choked, he may suffer with the cardiac arrest. When the person gets the cardiac arrest, like you said, first you have to, see whether this guy is alive, is breathing or not. Okay, you have to see his pulse. Now, first, what is the method? First, you have to tap on his shoulder. Tap on shoulder. Hey, are you okay? For children, you will tap on their legs. For infants, उनके पैर पे, you will tap on the legs. So you tap on his shoulder. If he's not responding, okay, then you will check his pulse. Okay, if by checking the pulse, people get confused or not sometimes. Checking the pulse, people may get confused, right? If he's a male, what you can do for easy method is open his shirt.
Yeah.
If he's a male, then see his, chest and count 1001. 1001, 1 second. 1002, 2 seconds. 1003, 3 seconds. Try to see till 10 seconds. For 10 seconds, this guy was not, chest was not moving. That means he suffered with a cardiac arrest. Then you will give CPR. Why? In heart attack, what happens? Blood clot will happen. Cardiac arrest, heart will not pump. Heart will not pump. If the heart doesn't pump means the oxygen blood will not reach to the body. If oxygen blood not reach to the body means the person is dead. Right? So we have to pump his heart. When you give CPR, when you pump it, what happens? The oxygen blood will go to the brain and different parts of the body. The person can be alive. If you don't give CPR, he will die. So what I'm trying to say is that we have first aid training we provide means we improve the knowledge of the person on particular topic. Right, knowledge. For example, you're providing training on a first aid. You can help if somebody gets choked. You can help somebody gets heart attack or cardiac arrest. You can treat somebody who got a first aid injury. So first aid topic knowledge will be increased on the person. Right. And if you're giving a training on work at height, what happens? The worker will understand what is the hazards of work at height, what are the controls for the work at height you have to take. So he will be good with the work at height topic. If you're giving a training on confined space, he will understand that what is the confined space and what hazards are there, what controls to be taken. He will understand, right? What is the entrant, attendant, or hole watcher? Okay, what is the tripod bench? He will understand. That means the training will increase the knowledge. Okay, if a person gets the train, even he leaves the company, the knowledge will be with him only. Right? He carries that knowledge. The knowledge can be used in other locations as well. Like training is a changing the people's mindset. Now, I want to ask you a very quick question. If somebody gets fits, scissors, what you will do?
He will give us any iron rods or keys like that.
Why? Why, brother?
Because of
Why?
because of we want to give a
Why iron rod will be given? What that iron will do to him?
for giving humidity from his body.
Huh?
Humidity.
Humidity?
Yes.
Is it because of humidity he got fits? Actually, that is very, actually wrong. What happens is, in my location also, what happens, people will try to give him an iron or some keys to his hand so that maybe he will stop the fits, they will think. But reality, what happens now? Fits like a medical condition. Medical condition, the person might get for yearly once or twice, monthly once, it may happen to him. when the fits happen. Yes, right, correct. Now, so what happens is at that moment when you are trying to give him keys, he might hit with this keys, to his body part. It can be danger. So what we have to do, we have to watch the time. How long the fits was happening, removing hard objects from his body. Okay, and once the person fits is stopped, you have to keep in a recovery position. Why recovery position? So while having a fit, he may get choked. If he gets choked, can't take a rest. Can't take a rest, dead. So you keep in the recovery position so that breathing can be easy, for him. So fits is a different. Fits, chokes, they're different. What happens is like we follow that what happens in our location. That is wrong. When you train somebody, the knowledge will be taken further. So training is changing the people's perception. Perception will be changed. Okay. Perception means you show the same photo to three people. One guy will say one information. One guy will say one information. One guy will say one information. Because these three people's perception is different. Now what happens is this image will be getting into their brain through eyes. Okay, same image. The information will go to the brain. But in the brain, whatever the knowledge they have, based on that knowledge, this image will be interpreted. Means how they will make that assumptions, understanding. So now when you provide that training to the people, what happens is when they see the workplace, the interpretation will be changed. And their attitude will be changed. The perception will be changed. Right. So training is something you're adding some humans' knowledge. You're modifying his attitude, perceptions, behavioral thing. You're changing that. So training is also one of the communication method. There is a huge benefit the worker will get if he gets the training. The skills will increase. The worker's knowledge will increase. Worker feel confident. Now, for example, you said CPR, right? Without training CPR, with training CPR, with difference, no? A person who trained, he will give the proper compression. The person without training, he gives he gets panic. So what I'm trying to say, the training will improve their performance and skills, and it also increase their career advantage. When they go to the new workplace, in the resume, the qualification was added. And it makes a job satisfaction for you. And you will be familiar with the new technology or new information as well. And it brings the awareness about health and safety. You can also better communicate with your team members as well. That will reduce leaving the organization. That will reduce the accident. That will reduce, absenteeisms in the work location as well. Right? And people will become more innovative and they feel job security and the personal development will also happen over there. Whatever situation you bring to them, they will try to adapt those situations. So the workers will also get the benefit from the health and safety training. Right. For example, if you get the train for the lifting and rigging, then when you go to the next company, in the resume, you will add that one, right? You are trained for lifting and rigging. Now what happens is, your career will increase and you know better about lifting and rigging. You act confidently, you find the faults, you feel satisfied, you feel comfortable. So training will improve the workers' behavior. So this is not only benefits the workers. If a management, why management spend money on training? Management spend money on training. Am I right? Like for example, if 100 workers are being given training for 4 hours, how many man hours the company is spending? 400 man hours, right? Now what happens? 400 man hours without work, they are giving money. And this is also a cost for the company. Why they spend this much of cost? Because when the worker is trained, then his behavior will be positive and this will reduce the accident. This will reduce the incidents in the work location. Because of his performance, productivity will increase and the company's staff turnover will reduce and the engagement with the employees will increase, and the culture of the organization will improve. Right? So the employer will also get the benefits from health and safety trainings. Not only employee, even employer also. Because because of the quality of the worker, the customer satisfaction increase, company reputation increase, legal requirements they are going to meet, and they are going to find the person who are which very talented and the unique personality also you can identify within your customer, within your employees. For example, if a the important asset for any company is, what is the important asset for any company? Worker. Right. Now, machineries may change, you may replace it. If the worker replace means the quality, is being moved. The other person cannot work in the same, with energy, same, excitement. So the workers are important asset for any organization. Okay. Now coming to the topic of when the health and safety training needed. When I say when, what do you mean by when? When means circumstance, right? Situation. So what situation you provide the training? What is situations you provide the training?
New at the organization or location.
When somebody is new to organization, okay, when new employee comes, when accident happen, when risk assessment suggests, when committee meeting suggests, right, and when process change, procedures change, new machinery was added, new technology was added, definitely you have to provide the training to the workers. Okay. Now, so like one of the question they ask you, induction training. Guys, every company will provide the induction training or not?
Yes, sir, yes.
Why they provide? A person has a 20 years of experience. Now, why that the company will provide him induction training when he has a 20 years of experience?
The company rules may change, sir. They have to know, come
Ah,
to know.
every company is different. Every company is different, na?
Yeah.
Every workplace is different. Like you said, the rules change, hazards change, procedures change, na? So it's a legal requirement. It's a legal requirement. Now the law says that if an employee comes to your premises, if a visitor comes to your premises, if a public comes to your premises, you have to induct them basic health and safety information according to their, job. So if you don't give the induction training, the worker don't know what type of hazards you have in your company. He don't know what is the emergency procedure in your company. He don't know what are the unauthorized areas in your company. Then consequence will be much more higher. So induction training program. What information you can add in the induction training program? What information?
Various
Information.
locations, various
Okay.
locations.
First we'll start with the, important things. Okay, important thing. A new employee comes to your location, for example, your home. Okay, or any person comes to your home. Don't you tell them what is your policy is? Policy. Now, every company policy management commitment is different. When the new employee comes to your work location, then you have to tell him what is the health and safety policy of the organization. Okay? And next, when the new employee comes to your location, don't you need to tell him what are the potential hazards you have in your company? Hazards and level of risk. For example, hazards in the construction, hazards in the oil and gas, hazards in the pharmaceutical company is the same.
No, sir, it's different.
Right. Now, every company will have a different. Now,
hazards.
different hazards, right? So definitely you're going to tell them what are the hazards you have and the level of risk present in your company. Now, when new employee comes to a company, don't you need to tell him that what is the previous accidents happens in the company,
Yes.
right? Because the person should know what happened before so that it can be prevented. So previous accident history you will share with him. When the new employee comes to your company, don't you tell them what are the potential, hazards with the machineries you have. If he doesn't know what machineries you have, then he might misuse it, he might get, affected. Right. For example, in a manufacturing company, EOT cranes are there. So if you don't tell the employees what is the EOT crane, people might be standing beneath of the EOT crane. Okay, objects might hit them. Now, so you have to tell them what machineries you have. Then chemicals. What chemicals you have in a company? For example, ammonia nitrate, very dangerous, right? It creates a very big blast. It is a supersonic. Okay, explosion. Explosion is different. Fire is different. Now, fire means the burn will happen. Explosion means blast. Energy release will happen. So if you have those chemicals, hazardous substance, don't you tell the new employee, boss, look, boss, in our company, we have a ammonia, we have a petrol, we have a benzene. Whatever the chemicals you have, you tell them. Now, in a company, and for new employee, don't you tell him what is the emergency procedure?
Yeah, we
Okay.
have to do.
We have to tell, na? Because in the event of emergency, he need to come to the muster point, assembly point.
Yes.
So the new employee, don't you tell him what is the consulting procedure? How to consult, whom to consult. Okay, if you don't tell him, then how he is going to ask any questions if he asks? For new employee, don't you tell him that reporting procedure? If any accident, incident he saw, how can he report? Now, for new employee, don't you provide him the welfare facilities, welfare arrangements? If you don't tell him, the new employee, he will try to use, the open area. So what I'm trying to say, that you have to give the basic new information about your company. Okay? Some companies, they may have a biological hazards. Then provide the biological hazard information. If a company is not having a biological hazard, then why do you tell them? You don't need to tell them, right? No need. If it is there, then you will tell them, right? What is the first aid facilities, emergency procedures, you have to tell to the new employees. Okay? So this is our 3.2. So guys,
Recording stopped.
any questions you have in 3.2? Is it okay or is it too fast? Like yesterday, is it fast? Today, you can tell me. If it is fast, you can tell me. Nothing problem. Based on your comments only, I will understand, right? Whether it is fast or slow.
No, sir, it's normal.
No,
Okay.
sir, unstable, sir. No,
Okay.
too fast, sir.
Is it little faster? No, you can tell me. I'm not putting any pressure on you. Just to know your opinion. So based on that, I can change, the way of saying, right?
Okay.
If you feel it is a faster, you can let me know. Because I will be giving a recaps also in the next coming, topics. After completing the IG1. Because our exam, when is our exam, guys?
Jan 7, 2000.
January 7th. January 7th, na? So Jan 7th is our exam, right? 7th and 8th, you have to give exam. 6th is our last training day, correct? Now before 6th, what is the first? First is a, happy day, means holiday. A new year, that is a different, but you have a holiday. And then before first, what is the one more holiday? 25th will be holiday for you. Okay. Now,
Sir,
So
what
now
you
what
have
is
shared
today?
on the screen today is available notes.
Yeah, 25 and first are holiday. So what is today's date? Is 20. So from 21 to 6th we have a training. So how many days you have here?
जो पढ़ा रहे हैं वो
Like
reading में
16
मिला
days you
है
have
उसका फेसवन नहीं है
total.
था अभी
Correct?
बताया है।
In 16 days, like 2 days are holidays. How many days you have? 14 days.
14 days.
In the 14 days, like 3 days, I will use it for IG1. Okay, and then I will use it 7 days or 7 days, 8 days to
गया है तो
IG2.
तीनों मिला दिया।
After that, I will use IG1 revision.
खूब नहीं है
Okay, 1 or 2 days I will use it for revision. Before the exam, we have to revise the content, right? So in case if you feel very fast, then you can also note it down. You can let me know later. Okay, this topic was very fast. Can you repeat again? No problem with that. Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, I want to ask you something, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. No?
Sir, in the closing interview, examiner only asked me a question from
Not
ID
examiner. Not examiner. Closing interview not conducted by examiner. Okay. Closing interview is conducted by ACE.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Because examiner, when you say na, examiner means a person who corrects your document. Okay, the person who corrects your document, he is examiner. The person who conducts the interview for you, interviewer, it is from the ACE. Now what happens is, yes, now coming to your question. Now what is your question is, the ACE will schedule the closing interview. Okay? After scheduling the closing interview, they will ask question from your answer sheet only. Okay, maximum questions are 3. For example, how the question will be, now let's say in an induction training program, induction training question was given to you in exam. Okay, so you have given the points, policy, accident, incident, investigation. Now the interviewer, he will select 2 points from your answer sheet. He will select the, for example, he may select the, policy, and he may select the PPE. And he will say that, I have taken 2 points from your answer sheet. One is policy, so point number 2. Other one is PPE, point number 6 or 7. Now my question to you, in these 2 points, which point you would like to, prefer first in the induction training? Which one should be addressed first in the induction training, in these 2 points, which you have written? Will that be tough to answer? No? PP important है, policy important है. Which one is important? PP or policy?
Policy, sir.
Policy, right?
Policy.
Now then you will say that I have selected the policy. I will select the policy. Then he will ask why. Because policy gives the complete information about the company. Policy has an aims and objective. You will elaborate it. Okay. Or for example, he may ask you a question like this. In health and safety culture, question, you wrote the negative indicator. Okay. You wrote 20 negative indicators. I am selecting the 1 negative indicator. You said that supervisor is incompetent. What controls would you like to take? How can you improve the competency of the supervisor?
Training.
Yes, by providing training. Na? So you will elaborate. Okay, you have to tell your opinion only. Okay, because the person who conducts the interview, even he don't know which point is correct, which point is wrong. He may select the wrong point also. You don't know, na? He need to select the points from your answer sheet. And he will ask your opinion. And you have to share your opinion very strongly. Okay, you have to express yourself. And it is not required to by heart the answer sheets. Why? He will not ask you what you have written, tell me. He will ask you why you have written, tell me. Why you have written. What is the purpose? Which one you address first? In such a way, the closing interview questions will be asked. And that too from the person is from the ACE team only, somebody from ACE. They will conduct. So you have to be confident. You have to share your opinion, strong opinion. I think this is the reason. Whatever it is, your wish. For example, there was a time I conducted the closing interview. Okay, like 4 years back, this event was happened. Now the question is, what is the question? Benefits of health and safety management system. Question is benefits of health and safety management system. And the candidate has written plan, do, check, act. Is it correct?
Wrong.
Huh?
It is
Wrong,
very
correct?
wrong.
Wrong, right? Wrong now. Then what? I don't have any other option. I need to select 2 points from his answer sheet. Then I selected. See, for benefits of health and safety management system, you gave the plan to check act. You have given the POPIA. Now, can you please tell me why the organizing is needed here? Even that is a wrong point. I need to ask him that why he has written. Why he is written? Because to check the exam is given by him or not. If you write something point, if I ask you why you have written, then you will tell now what the logic behind giving that particular point is.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
that you have
Exactly.
to express. That you have to express. That's only the closing interview is. You should not be afraid of closing interview. You have to be very confident and just share your opinion. That's it. Okay, that is not directly from the Nibosh also. For example, it is from somebody from UK, then you might feel pressure. If somebody from UK is asking question and his pronunciation, English is different, ours is different, you may think about it. But it is connected by Indian, okay, that too institute guy. But he will be strict because the video will be recorded. He will be asking a question. Just be relaxed and express yourself. Why I am trying to elaborate this much? Actually, he asked me very normal one small question. Why I am elaborating is I tried to see being in your position. Okay, because you are going to give the closing interview, and you never see the closing how the closing interview will be there, so you will have that pressure.
Oh,
Okay,
okay, sir.
just to
I will.
reduce the pressure.
I'm feeling little bit confident, sir.
Okay. And also, you want me to stop now? And you are talking too much, you stop it now. It is clear. So you want to put a full stop? Then you said, I'm feeling confident. Just kidding, man. See, I don't believe in being very serious. Huh? I'll try to have fun with you. Okay.
Sir, is it English only, sir?
Yeah, it's only English only. Yeah, English only. Okay, because exam was given in English, right? So it will be no issue. No, this is also one thing because Nibosh exam not only in English, Nibosh exam in Spanish, Nibosh exam in Arabic, Nibosh exam in Russian, Nibosh exam in Arabic, French also. Okay, so different languages are there. So based on the language, they will ask you. The main concept is if we are conducting in an English language, English interview has to be conducted. Uh, So Nibosh knows that English is not our first language, right? Some of your first language may be Hindi, some of your first language may be Telugu, some of your first language may be Tamil, Malayalam, like Bhojpuri or Odia. Different first languages we have. We come from different background. So English is not a first language. But when we are writing something, means we should be able to speak about it. Only we have to speak about it. It's not about like, what is your grammar. It's only about your presentation only. Hmm. Okay. Is there any other questions you have?
Sir,
Sir, I have one question, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Not the question. I have a request, sir. Can you please take one day before exact Nibosh IG1 exam as a practical?
What one day
Practice.
before?
Yes, sir. As a
What
practice.
one day before? No.
Yes,
What do you want me to take one day before?
You give me a question paper and we will try to write As a practice for the practice, sir.
Mock exam, mock exam,
yes.
right? I will be giving a mock exam. Not one question. I will give you one question paper.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
And for 100 marks. And that too, 150 marks I decide by the team. For example, one team I gave them for 100 marks. Okay, for one team, they are saying they're very tired and they don't have a time to prepare 100 marks exam. I give 50 marks because I want you to give the actual feedback. What is the right and what is the wrong? So that discussion will be, done. After completing your IG1, I will give you the mock, assessment. So you can complete your mock assessment during your IG2 training.